and welcome to the Point Blank Podcast with Rome DMV. It is another beautiful day, isn't it? Yes, it is. Today is a special day for me. You know, today is my son's birthday. Yes, it is my son's birthday. A lot of you didn't know that I have kids. Yes, I have a child. He is a wonderful 2-year-old Staffordshire Terrier Lab Pit Bull mix. And he is 2 years old today, man. And when I tell you I could not be happier being a dad than I am today. When I tell you I went out today and I spent a lot on this dog. I went and got him a new $50 toy. I went and got him a bunch of a little cupcake with a little dessert on it that says his name on it. You know, I went and got him all these things. We had our own little party, got him all these treats, you know. And we went to 5 different dog parks today. You know, he had a blast. He had a real blast, you know. So today is a really special day. October 1st, new beginnings. October, as you guys know, I was born in October as well, so this month means a lot to me. But this month also means a lot to Battle Rap. As you guys know, we got the lockdown card coming up on Sunday. Kind of interesting URLs throwing an event on Sunday opposed to Saturday. It's been a while. I can't remember the last URL event that was on Sunday, but I do know the URL used to do a whole lot of PG events. They used to get good turnouts in New York, so we'll see how this thing goes. It hasn't sold out yet, which I don't believe it has, unless they just haven't announced it yet. So you guys can still get your tickets if you guys want to. But today is an interesting show. So today I have a special guest with me. Today I have my URL App Insider Battle Rap Rankings with me today. Hello, how are you doing today?
What's going on, bro?
Not much, though.
Battle Rap is life. Man, follow the rankings, man. How you feeling this evening, man?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. You know, now you've been a supporter of the URL app for quite some time now, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, and what makes you so happy to be a proud supporter of the app?
Just getting the battles pretty much early so far. You know, I got my gripes here and there, but, you know, just getting the battles early.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Being one of the first ones to get the battles, that's pretty much it.
Okay, understandable. Now, for those people that don't know, Battle Rap Rankings, he goes live pretty much every single day, wakes up, does it around noon, does it around nighttime. He reviews pretty much every single battle that drops from big leagues, small leagues, whatever. If it's an app battle, he'll still review it. So if you guys want to at least hear the audio, like a little bit muffled version of the audio, you guys can go check it out, because definitely this guy puts in work. When I tell you he is a URL app connoisseur, this guy is a URL app connoisseur. Now, me personally, as you know, no problem. Gotta give props when they're due. Now, URL, you know, recently they've had some drops on the app. As you know, I currently do not have the URL app. I'm not subscribed to it. I currently downloaded it. I tried subscribing when Lux vs. Averb dropped on it, but that just didn't work because it just wouldn't let me pay for some reason. So I wasn't able to get it, and since then, I haven't felt 100% the need to buy the app. Now, that might change by the end of this conversation. I'm hoping that it will, but we're going to talk about it because up until now, I don't feel that there's a need for me to pay for my subscription. So we're just going to go down a few of the battles with the URL App Insider Battle Rap Rankings, and we're going to get his quick opinions and thoughts on these URL app drops, because I know a lot of you guys don't have the app as well as I don't, so I'm intrigued to what he has to say. I'm sure you guys will too. Now, the last thing that dropped was Loud Ties versus Paid in Full. Have you seen that one?
Yes, I have.
All right, what are your thoughts on that battle?
I gave it an overall probably like a 7.5. I don't like one-round battles. It was a one-round battle, so I didn't really enjoy. I don't enjoy one-round battles like that, so it didn't really do too much for me.
Okay, all right.
Short and sweet. I keep it short and sweet, y'all. Y'all know how I get down.
Okay, what was it worth checking out?
Worth the money for the app?
Yes, was it worth paying the $8 and checking out?
No, it's not worth $8. No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Okay. All right. And who did you have winning this matchup?
They both won, man. I don't judge one-round battles. I think it should be 3-round battles, so they both won.
Okay.
They made it to the app.
Okay, fair enough. You know, URL battlers battling off a URL, you know, URL's not going to let them do 3 rounds, but I understand your gripe with 1-round battles. And 1-round battles can get kind of iffy if one person goes for 10 minutes, the other person goes for 3, but has fire. It can just get kind of weird. So I understand.
They both had more material, they said. One of them said it supposed to be unlimited, but it didn't go unlimited. They cut prepping them off, loud ties off, so it looked like they wanted to go overtime, but prepping them was like, nope, time. So I'm like, okay.
All right. Now, this was a non-URL battle, so why do you feel like this dropped on the app?
I have no idea. What do you think?
I mean, if you're the URL app insider, I would expect you to have some kind of an idea.
Lou was on there. A$AP Mean is on there. So they probably trying to push the Goonies.
Okay.
To be honest.
Okay, so you feel like this is a Goonies push drop.
Probably.
Okay, you don't feel like this might have some Gates of the Garden URL workings behind it, things like that. You just feel like it's more of a Goonies push than a thing with Gates of the Garden?
It's not on Gates of the Garden, so I wouldn't think that it was another league. I forgot the league.
Capital Battlegrounds?
Dang, I'm so sorry. Huh?
Was it on Capital Battlegrounds?
Capital Battlegrounds.
In DC.
I don't think it was.
I know it was in the DMV. I remember that. I have no idea what the league was though. I'm not sure.
I don't think it was Capital neither. It's her name. I forgot her name too, but it's a female who run it. So do you? I'm sorry, I forgot your name.
BRG.
Chopped over with about
Capital Uncut. Capital Uncut.
Okay, Capital Uncut.
There we go. BRG, Battle Rap Groupie. Shout out to her. Yep.
There we go.
Yep, there we go. Okay, so yeah, so it was on that league. So shout out to them for making it to the URL app. So I guess it wasn't a Gates of the Garden.
Okay.
So yeah, okay, that eliminates the Gates of the Garden angle then. So I guess that it is just a Goonies push type of a battle drop. Okay, interesting. All right. Shout out to that battle. Next up, one of the things that dropped was the DNA versus Bill Collector face-off. Now, what are your initial thoughts on that?
Funny, very funny.
Okay. What was it? Was it worth checking out?
Yeah, it was entertaining. It definitely got me wanting to see the DNA and Bill Collector battle more.
Okay. All right. So it got you more interested in the battle. That's a good thing. Now this one hasn't dropped on YouTube yet. I'm sure that it will, as all the face-offs do eventually. What was your biggest takeaways from this battle, or from this face-off?
What is my biggest takeaways? Meaning, like, can you elaborate a little bit more from?
What did you learn about the battle itself from the face-off?
Other than it's gonna be nothing new that I already didn't know.
Okay, so you don't feel like the battle's any more personal. You don't feel like there's any hidden angles or things like that they're coming with. You feel like the face-off was just more of an entertainment thing.
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you feel like they genuinely want to beat each other?
Only because it's a Cassidy card. How big the dynamics of the card? Yes.
So because of Cassidy, you feel like they'll want to do well.
Right.
Okay. Fair enough. Who won the face-off to you?
DNA.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
But they got that.
Okay. So was this worth the $8 purchase to you?
That's hard, Ron. That's hard, man. Cause
if it's not worth the $8, how much of the $8 is this battle worth?
That's a hard one too, man, because it's more of like a collective type thing.
Exactly. Let's add this up. I'm trying to see if for the month of September, if the app money-wise was worth it. So how much of the $8 would you put toward this battle or toward the face-off?
Right. It was informative. I say 5%. Man.
5%. Okay. All right. So that's what, a whopping 50 cents. All right. So DNA versus Bill Collector has a 50 cents value from the URL app insider. Next up, the drop, Chess versus Danny Myers. Did you watch this battle?
Absolutely.
All right, now I have not heard this thing. URL said this was an app-only event, so that means people like you, URL app insiders, they are the only people that will see these matchups, correct? I don't believe that they will ever be dropping on YouTube. Is that correct?
I don't know. That's new information for me. I thought all of them eventually going to show.
Well, if it says it's an app-exclusive only event, I would never expect them to see the light of day. I mean, they will on the app, but not the YouTube light of day.
Okay.
You get how I'm saying that, right? Because if Surf vs. Geechee Gotti can't drop on the app and can't drop on YouTube in like what 6 months? Like you would think that an app exclusive event would never drop. If a non-app exclusive event takes almost a year to drop a battle, you would think if it's an app exclusive event that these battles will never be on YouTube. Is that a safe assumption?
Yeah, I see your point. Yeah.
Okay. So was this battle worth checking out? Was this battle worth the $8? And if it wasn't worth the full $8, how much of the $8 that you spent for September is this battle worth?
At least $5. I would pay $5 easy for this.
Really? For just Chess versus Danny Myers?
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay. This battle must have been good then. Let's talk about this then.
It's not going to drop on YouTube. That's new information to me right there. Like, I didn't know that. I don't even know if that's real. I don't know.
I don't know if it's real either, but URL says if it's an app exclusive event, to me that means that it will only drop on the app. That doesn't mean it's going to drop on the app first, because that's how every other event is. So...
Oh, yeah, you said exclusive. Yeah, it is changing.
URL said it's an app exclusive event, so...
App exclusive probably mean, like, it's not a live, because we didn't get a chance to pay for the pay-per-view, you know what I'm saying?
I don't. You're right. They could twist it into that angle, but at the same time, that would make me even less inclined to get the app because it's going to eventually come out on YouTube, right?
Right.
Okay. And here's the other thing about the app that I don't think people realize that I kind of already thought of. All the battles that I haven't seen on the app, whenever they finally give me a full reason where I feel like, okay, in the last month they gave me $8 worth. When I feel like that, guess what? I'm going to be able to watch every battle that I never watched. I can pay one time at the end of the year and go back and watch every battle instead of paying $8 a month and watching them as they come out.
But that's the whole thing. Like, we trying to get, like, we wanted to watch it first.
No, okay. Did you want to watch Surf vs. Geechee Gotti first?
I can watch it right then and there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that, but don't you want to watch Surf vs. Geechee Gotti right now?
Of course.
Don't you feel like as an app subscriber that you should be able to watch that battle?
Right.
Okay, that's just kind of what I'm getting at, you know, like certain things. But, you know, an app exclusive event, I personally don't believe, based on how they worded it, how they're branding it, I don't believe these battles will ever see YouTube. So that's why it's kind of important in me asking you, is Chess vs. Danny Myers worth it? So by you saying that that's worth $5 of your $8, that to me tells me that this is a crazy battle. So please tell me more about this battle. Who do you have winning? What's the takeaways from this battle? If I never see this battle, what do I need to know about it?
That Danny Myers went crazy in the second round. Like, it's one of the best rounds that I had this year. When we did the little judging, you know, I rank and judge everything. So when we I added up all the points, this is the highest round that we had this year. One of them.
Really?
So
okay.
Yeah, his second round was absolutely bananas.
Okay, now that's saying a lot because I used to do the point system breakdowns on all these battles, and the highest round that I've ever had was 63 from Loaded Lux. Loaded Lux's second round against Calico. He scored 63 points. So if you're telling me on your point system that this is the highest score that you've ever had from someone, and it's from Danny Myers, I'm expecting it to be pretty good. So you saying that means a lot. So do you feel like Danny Myers won the battle?
I do, yes.
Okay, because I've seen a lot of people on Twitter saying, what are people talking about? They had Chess 2-1, Chess was sunning Danny Myers. I've seen a lot of things like that.
Right, even in my team, they were saying, a lot of people saying Chess 2-1-2. I don't see it, but, you know, I go by the consensus. So.
Okay, how do you feel like the consensus is for the people that have seen the battle?
2-1 Danny Myers.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. So what are the takeaways from this battle? Is Danny Myers going to be elevated off of this battle, or do you believe that it was just a good Danny Myers performance?
I believe that he's going to be elevated after this. I think they're going to give him a bigger plate after this.
What makes you say that?
Because Chess been on a roll, and usually when two people been on a roll, it seems like they kind of sacrifice somebody like Danny Myers, somebody else that's consistent, to try to see where Chess is at. But if that person wins, which is Danny Myers, they'll probably give him another plate just to see if one of their top up and comers is going. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think URL is gonna hit Danny Myers with the no, you did good against Chess, you did good, but we got to see it again. You're still not really selling tickets like a top tier. We really can't put you on a gnome yet. Do you think they're gonna hit Danny Myers with that, or do you think it's gonna be, oh Danny, you showed out against Chess, let's put you on gnome against Twerk? Like, do you think that's gonna happen, or do you think the latter?
If they listen to the fans, or if they listening to how the fans and the narrative is being spent from how I've been watching it, no, they're not going to give him a bigger plate. But I think that's unfair, because I think he should get a bigger plate.
Well, life isn't fair. A lot of people that should be getting bigger plates aren't getting bigger plates. Jerry West should be getting bigger plates. He's not getting bigger plates. Drugs should be getting bigger plates. He's not getting bigger plates.
Battle rap, like this year. I'm telling you.
Okay.
The drugs. He's everywhere, and he does his thing.
Yep. Like I said, Drugs is one of those people that should definitely be getting bigger looks, I've been saying this for a long time, every single time he's on URL, shows out. Stewie Newton, Bill Collector, all these times, It is what it is. We'll see what happens with that. But back to Chess and Danny Myers. Tell me more about Chess's rounds. Did Chess choke?
I gave it a choke in the third round, but people was telling me that this is the smoothest choke they ever seen, whatever that means. I gave it a choke though, but I'm clear cut, so don't take my opinion. I'm a little too technical.
Was it as smooth as his choke in the gun titles, well, the cake titles, I don't know what they called that, the whatever that was, versus Loaded Hollows?
Right, he choked.
Was it a smoother choke than that?
I wouldn't say so, no.
No? Okay.
I thought it was pretty obvious, but people say it was smooth.
Okay, yeah, me as someone that's battled in the ring before, I can see it on someone's face, on their body language, when they're choking, when they're trying to remember where the heck they are, because I've done it before. Right. It's happened to me multiple times. It's not fun, trust me. When you're in the moment and you're in a room and you got all these people looking at you and you just gotta act like half of you is like, man, I need to look like I know my stuff, and the second half is like, forget how I look, I need to remember this. Like what the like so it's like you halfway look kind of dumb, but then you kind of looking at the ground halfway, like it's just a bit like when you're choking, it's just a bad feeling. I'm telling you. Okay.
You got any advice for them, or you already? Wait, it's not. Yeah, you got any advice for them to get through it? Because I don't really see you. It didn't seem like you be choking when I watch your battle.
Oh yeah. You would never know that I choke. That's the thing. If you watch my battles, I've choked in every single battle I've ever had. You would never know it though.
Crazy.
You would never know it though. Why? Because you're supposed to keep rapping. So that's what I do. Period. When I choked against King Tannehill, in my opinion, the most fun performance I had. When I choked, I literally just jumped into somewhere in my third round. Why? Because I would realize, oh man, I just landed a bar. Crowd's going crazy. What do I say next? Can't remember. Well, gotta say something else I remember. Jumped straight into the third round, middle of my first round. I jumped into the third, I finished my third, and then I'm sitting there like, man, what am I going to do when I get to my third round? That's all that was going through my head. So when it came to my third round, what I did was I started my third round. How I normally started, how I would have started my third round. And then when I got to the point where I was about to say what I'd already said, I jumped back into where I left off in my first round, and I finished that. Yep, in the middle of the moment. I literally, I promise you, if you look, my hands are behind my back the entire time he's rapping in the second and the third round. So when I rap behind my back, I am literally making an H with my hands. I'm making an H with my hands so that I won't forget the letter H. Why? Because H is the first letter of the bar that I need to remember from my first round where I left off. So I rap my third round, And then when I got to the point where I was about to say something else, I went to the letter H. In my head, letter H. Bet. How many wins do you got? Nigga, lesser than some. Yo, bitch, call me Jesus. I'm predestined to come. That's where I jumped to, because I had to remember. It started with an H, so I knew that's how I was able to do it. So it's different way, and I did that on the spot. I didn't pre-think of what happens. I didn't expect to forget where I was at. You get what I'm saying? Because I knew my stuff. So I felt like there was no way I was going to choke. But then, guess what? Mid-bar, I choked. Dang, I'm not about to choke. I'm Rome DMV. Better keep rapping. And that's what I did. So, there's different ways to do it. But, Chess, to each his own. If I knew Chess more personally, I could give him more advice. But I don't know him personally. I don't know how he prepares. I don't know anything about Chess when it comes to that. I've never helped him. Like, I've never listened to his rounds before an event. Like, he's one of the few people I just have never done that with. So I couldn't answer that for Chess specifically. But battlers that, that I've talked to and things like that, I've definitely given advice on how they can not choke and things like that. Twerk has come up with a really good way for him personally to figure out how not to choke, because, he doesn't even write down any of the stuff that he does. So him choking seems like it would be a lot harder because none of his stuff is ever written down. He just has to remember what comes next. But he figured out a really dope way for him that works for him. It would never work for me, but it works for him. And that's all that matters. If you find out a way that works for you, that's all you got to do. Simple as that. There's a way to prevent choking. There just is. It just all depends on the person. But I'm glad that Chess, got through two rounds, and it sounds like a little bit of a third, But if people are saying it's a smooth choke, it sounds like it's a forgivable choke, correct?
Yeah, definitely, because he got back to his round, and salute to him for keep going and still in. It usually get him frustrated. And he started going off in his little tangents, grabbing his head and all types of crazy stuff. So it's like, he didn't do that. He kind of smoothly did it. Even though it was obvious to me, but it was kind of smooth. I see what they're saying. But it was a choke, though.
Okay. All right, fair enough. Well, it sounds like that's a good battle. What overall would you give this battle? Because you gave Loud Ties and Paid in Full a 7.5, correct?
Yep.
All right, so what would you give Chess versus Danny Myers? A $5 September drop to you.
A smooth 8.
So the difference between 50 cents and $5 is half a number.
I hate one round battles, but it was a pretty good one round. I just hate one round battles. You know what I'm saying?
So for a one rounder, it was a 7.5. So for a one rounder off of URL, it was a 7.5. You're saying, and for this battle, a 3-rounder on URL, it was an 8. That's what you're saying.
Right.
Okay, I like that. I actually really like that. I'm not mad at that. Okay, I like that thought process. Okay, all right. Shout out to Battle Rap Rankings. We might have to have him on more often. Shout out to that. Okay, all right. So next up, we got NWX versus the Monstars. Now, I did see this battle, but I would like your input on it. So, how do you feel?
It was cool. It was a good battle. It was cool. It was a cool battle, man.
Okay, who'd you have winning?
NWX.
Okay. What are your takeaways from the battle? If someone listening is never gonna watch this battle, what do they need to know?
You ain't really missed nothing, man. Good performance from K-Shine and DNA.
What about Twerk and Shotgun Suge? Was there anything different than a normal round there?
Nah, I like their first performance better.
So you weren't a fan of Professor Twerk?
Nah, not really. No.
What would you tell the people that haven't seen that about that third round from Twerk?
He kind of copied what Professor Sean was doing, but he did it in a different type of way. It wasn't witty. Yes, everybody know that I'm a Twerk fan, so he's witty. He's a monster, but it's just stolen. So I don't like when people steal other people's angles.
So you weren't a fan of the Snake Eyes, Ace Amin, like Snake Eyes pulling out the chain, Ace Amin doing the...
I'm not. Oh, well, absolutely not.
Okay, you weren't... Okay. Fair enough. So I feel like Twerk did it mainly because, he was going up against K-Shine and DNA, and since that battle happened in the K-Shine versus DNA battle, I feel like it was a good... Because even DNA said the reason he started freestyling so much in the third was because Twerk brought flashbacks back from when K-Shine was wigging on him. So, you know, I thought that was pretty funny. The DNA literally said like he started freestyling because he was having flashbacks. Like that's pretty funny to me because just DNA got killed that battle.
I didn't like the chemistry. I didn't like the chemistry from Twerk and Shotgun like that.
I feel like the chemistry was definitely more off in this battle than it was in their first matchup. I feel like that has to do with a lot of preparation, though. I feel like it has to do with preparation, and it's a lot harder to care about a 2-on-2 a month right after you just did a 2-on-2, and you know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of hard, you know. But you know, you got to give props because it was still a decent battle. So what would you rate this battle?
I'm gonna still give it a 7.5.
7.5. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Next up, we got a very interesting one. The Cassidy versus Arsenal face-off. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, my goodness. My opinion, personally, I didn't like it.
The entire face-off, you did like it?
No, I didn't.
Why?
Because it was too much. When I look at a face-off, or when I come, like, my expectations of a face-off is like y'all telling me about y'all accolades and why y'all can beat the other person. Not people just calling each other names and suck my private part back and forth a million times. That was very annoying. I can't stand it. I walked away from it. I couldn't watch it.
Did you watch part 2?
Yeah, I watched part 2.
I feel like part 2 didn't have as much of that element in it. I feel like part 1 was mainly disrespect, just them going back and forth, just trying to out crap talk each other, you know. But I feel like part 2, Cassidy really went in depth. You know, I feel like he went in depth as to why he's better than Arsenal in his own Cassidic way. You know, like he,
right.
You know,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like he really went in on him. You know, I liked how he said if I only got a couple of battles, because Arsenal was like, you only got a couple battles. So I like how Cassidy was like, if I only got a couple of battles and I'm the biggest, most talked about, most blogged about, biggest name, and you where you at, then what does that say for you? Like I was like, dang, like that was hard. Like when certain things Cassidy say, man, it's like in that Cassidic way, like it hits, man. It hits. And I feel like Cassidy was really breaking down Arsenal in the face-off in part 2. Like, how do you feel about part 2 and how it went? Do you feel like Cassidy won the face-off? Do you feel like Arsenal won the face-off? How do you feel?
I mean, Cassidy definitely won the face-off.
Okay.
Because like you said, he was doing more than Arsenal, breaking down where he actually think about himself in his own type of way, even though I might not agree.
Why aren't we battling on your league? Because you couldn't afford me.
Right. That was kind of crazy.
Like, yeah.
He got that face off.
Is it more about the competition or the money? What competition? These niggas is ass.
Really, Cass? Come on, man.
Gotta love Cassidy, man.
Agree, but you're right. He definitely kept him in the face off.
Okay. So did the face off make you want to see the battle more?
No.
Really?
I wanted to see it at very, very much. Like, couldn't get me to want to see it more.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think the face-off made me want to see the battle more. I feel like the face-off. I feel like what the face. This might sound crazy because I think everyone that's listening to this have seen it because it dropped on YouTube. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. You'll understand what I'm saying. I feel like this face-off right here. I feel like it didn't make me want to see the battle more. It made me realize that this battle is going to go a lot like the last one did. That's what it made me realize. It made me realize, like, oh, we're about to get the same thing. It's going to be a little bit better Cassidy, probably a little bit better Arsenal, probably going to be the same type of outcome, same type of fan reactions. You know, you got the Cassidy followers, they're gonna say Cassidy won no matter what. I just, it just kind of has the same vibe to it, like I feel like
the same feeling, man. It's a safe battle.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's really gonna be no loser from this because Cassidy doesn't lose, as he said, he can't lose. He's 5,002-0, about to be 5,003-0. So what can you say to that? Cassidy and Rome DMV, the only two undefeated people in battle rap. What can I say? It is what it is, man. We get the chicken. Yeah, so this battle right here, I feel like it's going to be, like I said, I feel like it's going to be almost a repeat. I feel like it's going to be a good Cassidy, You know, he's going to be in his hometown. I feel like there was something that was said in this face-off that was a little bit thrown under the bus. And that was that, did you catch when, I only watched the face-off one time, but did you catch when Cassidy said something like what happened the last time that you were in Philly or something like that? And Arsenal said, oh, I'm coming deep this time or something like that. Or he said, I left untouched. He said, I left untouched too. I left untouched too. In other words, saying like, pretty much I know what you're talking about, but nobody touched me. Do you know what they were talking about right there? Because that,
I really don't.
That right there made me intrigued. As a listener, you know, that right there out of the entire face-off, that made me like, hold up, is there something with Philly and Arsenal? Because I don't remember the last time Arsenal battled in Philly.
It's crazy because I remember him saying that I'm coming deep and all that, but I didn't really remember why he said that. I do remember him saying that, but I don't remember why.
Yeah, and that's what I'm wondering too. Why are people coming deep? Did you leave without a scratch last time? Why have we not seen many Arsenal battles in Philly? Why? It's a lot of questions. Philly's real close to Jersey, you know, there might be some connections there. There might be some hidden underlying beef there that we just don't know about. But I caught it. That was the one thing that I heard from the face-off where I was like, hold up. Why is Arsenal saying he left somewhere untouched? People only do that if there was beef. Tay-Rock came out. Yeah, I left there. Y'all was supposed to take my chain, and I left there with my chain still intact. We wasn't supposed to leave with the chains, you know, because there was beef. We wasn't supposed to, you know what I'm saying? We left untouched. You don't leave somewhere untouched unless you were possibly supposed to get touched, you know? So what was the reason Arsenal was supposed to possibly get touched? That's what I'm wondering, personally. That's what I got from the face-off.
He said that's what I got from the face-off.
I'm being 100% serious. I got that it's going to go the same way, and there might be something going down in Philly between Arsenal and Philly that we don't know about. That's what I got from the face-off. That is literally what I got from the face-off. As someone that's been around the URL and battle rap forever, I don't care about the crap talking. Nothing's probably going to happen. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the underlying factor, the real beef. That was the real beef. All this suck my... All right, cool. Say that to the people you were supposed to possibly get touched by in Philly. Then we got a conversation. But until then, I don't care about none of that. Next up,
curious now. I'm gonna try to do some research.
Got you kind of curious, right? Okay. Next up, we got this is what I'm saying. Rome DMV. This is the things Rome DMV things a lot of people don't think about. Anyway. Next up, we got something that dropped on the app. O-Red versus Danny Myers. Talk to me.
Good performance from Danny Myers. You ain't missing nothing from O-Red. If you're a fan of O-Red, you'll be very disappointed. I'm gonna get this battle 7.2 only because O-Red was very underwhelming. Okay,
tell me a little bit about this battle, because I haven't seen this battle, nor do I plan on watching it. Even if I buy the app, I might not watch it. I'm gonna be honest. What do I need to know about this battle? Was Danny Myers better than he was against Chess?
Was Danny Myers? Nope.
No. Okay.
Danny Myers was just Danny Myers. He had a good, maybe 7.6, 7. Not quite 8. Not a solid, consistent round. Not 7. A little bit better than 7.5, but not quite an 8 all his rounds. So good, Danny Myers.
Okay. Tell me about O-Red's round. What happened in the first?
Time limit discrepancy.
You said there was a time limit discrepancy.
Yeah, O-Red was crying about the time again.
Okay, well, tell me about O-Red's rounds. How did the first round go?
First round, he did good, actually, all the rounds, but he was just doing stuff. It's like the time. He was stopping early. First of all the rounds he stopped early. And then he had a couple of O-Red stumbles, but not too crazy.
Okay.
You know,
all right.
Good, he's dope.
So second and third round, he stopped all 3 rounds early.
Facts.
Do you feel like he choked?
You want to call all of that stuff a choke altogether, but no. The way I rank chokes, no.
Was it giving up like how Jack Boy did?
Kind of, yeah.
Now, what do you feel like? Because we never see O-Red come lackluster, correct?
If it's not because of his voice, right? You're right.
Yeah, but we never really see O-Red slack when it comes to URL battles.
But no, you're right.
Okay.
It's consistent.
Okay, so being consistent, do you feel like it's just O-Red not having respect for Danny Myers? Do you feel like it's O-Red feeling like the battle with Danny Myers doesn't matter if he bodies him or if he chokes all 3 rounds, he's still gonna get booked versus a bigger name than Danny Myers will? Do you feel
All the above.
all the above?
Absolutely. All of it.
So you do feel like that it being Danny Myers had an effect on O-Red's performance.
Right.
That sucks.
Not only it being Danny Myers, it being like in a small room like that.
Because it was in a band setting, right? That happened in Richmond, right?
All right. It was like a little small spot. So, like, I don't think O-Red cared about that.
That is crazy. All these battles are going right around the corner from me, and I'm just not worried about any of them. Okay. So, it sounds like that battle... Overall, what would you give that battle?
I'm going to give it like a 7.2, but only because...
Hold on. You're saying O-Red almost choked in every round, and you're giving it a 7.2?
Right, because a smooth O-Red was just cool. That's a 7 to me. And then Danny Myers was like at a 7.7, 7.8 the whole time.
So you have this battle higher rated than the NWX versus the Monstars?
No way. I got the NWS and Monstars at 7.5.
Okay. Just making sure. Okay, fair enough. Okay, all right. So next up, a battle that dropped, Ace Amin versus Snake Eyes. Talk to me.
For Ace Amin fans, well, if there are any, that's a good up and comer. He definitely did his thing. To be honest, it was a little bit underwhelming for me because I thought he was going to handle Snake Eyes because of all the junk he was talking and how he promoted himself. I kind of got hyped with him, all the promotion. So I thought he was going to pretty much smoke Snake Eyes, but it didn't happen. So it was underwhelming, but the overall battle was good.
Okay.
Just good.
Yeah, my one knock on this battle was Ace Amin not preparing with me before the battle, because when you don't prepare with Rome, no wonder what it's gonna be, man. No wonder what it's gonna be like.
Why he ain't prepared with you?
It just didn't hit me up. I was AFK. I was just not around. Like, I hit him up every now and then, just talking about little things, but never like anything serious. Like, we never had any conversations. I didn't really talk to anybody at all while I was gone, so that it wasn't just him. I didn't help anyone prepare any rounds except for like a couple of small league people that hit me up off the random asking for help. But I didn't call. Like, I had a couple people hit me up like, yo, call me to hear these rounds, but I didn't even call them, like, because I just wasn't. Like, I just wasn't in the mode. So, like, it's nothing against Ace. But he definitely should have hit me up. It's his first big battle. I definitely would. Because a lot of those bars he was saying, it's just certain things where I could have told him, like, that's not going to work. That's what I used to do with a bunch of people. That's all I'm going to say. That's why, like, you could just tell them, that's not going to work. That's an ooh, it could be better. Oh, flip that around. It'll hit. Certain things, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody's open to hearing him. But, I know that Ace, he's at least open to hearing. He might not change nothing, but he's at least open to hearing the criticism, which
I would say he impressed me because I didn't think he handled a bit stage better than I thought he was.
He did. That was the one thing I was not worried about with Ace, is that he would handle the stage. It didn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. That was the last thing. You could put Ace Amin in front of a Super Bowl. He would perform the same way. I'm not worried about Ace Amin performing in front of people. It's kind of, like Ace Amin. That was one of the things that I learned early about him. Ace Amin and me are similar in this type of way. It doesn't matter if one person is in front of us or a million people is in front of us. We can entertain and captivate a crowd in some way, shape, or form. Period. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, when I went out on stage, I'll never forget this. When I went out on stage at Summer Madness 6, and I literally just went out on stage, and I looked out into the crowd, and I put my arms up, and I smiled with such a cheesy, yeah, I'm Rome DMV, and y'all hate me, and y'all know it, with one of those type of smiles, and I got all of Urban Plaza, boo. Do you know how good that felt? When I tell you I got all of Urban Plaza to boo me simultaneously just from me smiling, holding my hands up, that felt so good. Like, that felt so good. That told me I'm a star. Everyone knows me. I made it. That was when I knew. I was like, I'm here. All of Urban Plaza knows me. I'm here. That was when I knew, So it doesn't matter. And I enjoyed every second of it. When you're in front of people, a lot of people get nervous. A lot of people don't want to be in front of the camera. I'm not like that. You see Ace Amin in front of every interview, just like I'll be like, it's just a confidence thing. You got to have self-confidence.
I respect his confidence. I definitely respect his confidence.
Exactly. And a lot of battlers don't have confidence. And so that's something that I was never worried about with Ace, was him performing in front of a big room. I was never worried about that. My only thing was that he hadn't done it yet. So he's got to do it still. That was my only thing, but was I worried about it? No. What I was worried about was him going up there and spitting a bunch of stuff that's not going to land or make a big room go crazy. And that's what ended up happening. My one worry ended up happening. He had a lot of time that was just filler, in my opinion, and it came out as filler because it just wasn't... It wasn't big room material. It was small room material where people really got to be listening.
Flow, right? Because you know him on a smaller stage. What captivated me when I saw him in live is his flow. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And what kind of disappointed me, he didn't get into that flow as much as I would like him to do on the big stage. It's kind of like he was too busy trying to control the crowd, and he did a good job. Like I said, he surprised me knowing how to let the crowd breathe, let the bars breathe and things like that, and come back on set, say his bars when he have to. Like, whoever been telling him that, or he been watching good, like, that's good.
Yeah.
But you still got to get into your flow. That's it right there.
Yep,
That's
and it's crazy to say, but Ace Amin won 3-0.
Even if it's not that hot. But go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. Ace Amin won 3-0 in the sense of what Ace Amin won 3-0 if you're taking away the words. Like, if you take away what Ace Amin said and take away what Snake Eyes said and just went off everything else besides rapping, went on their stage their stage presence, their performance, how they were moving, everything. Aside from him sitting down during Snake Eyes' round and stuff, like things like that, Ace Amin won in every way aside from the rapping part. Aside from rapping for a big room.
Said that because when I'm watching the battle, I'm like, why does Ace look like he been doing this longer, man? If somebody was just looking at this, they would think Ace doing it longer.
Yeah.
Been doing it longer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Snake running out of breath at times, and he just, like, he getting too excited. Seems I was like, why he more poised than him? That's kind of crazy. So you, Ace, for that.
I get what you're saying.
Eyes ain't been up there like that neither, so I'm not trying to kill you, Snake Eyes, because that's kind of new for you too, the stage. So,
but here's the thing that I liked about Snake Eyes, and this is why I had Snake Eyes going 2-1 into the battle, and I had Snake Eyes winning the battle 2-1 as well, watching it. I'm not sure how you felt, but I had Snake Eyes first and third. I had Ace Amin winning the second. Me personally,
same exact thing.
You had the same thing. Okay, all right, yeah. Me personally, I felt like what Snake Eyes did better than Ace Amin was rap for a big crowd. That's what he did better, and he learned how to do that against Math Hoffa, and I knew he learned how to do that. Snake Eyes is one of those people that is made for a big room. It might have not seemed like it early on in his career, but he was made for a big room. He knows how to shake buildings, period. He did it against Math Hoffa with the Bonnie thing. He did it against against Ace Amin with the I brought a spare with me, and with the whole taking off his hat and spinning. I don't know what move that was that he did against Ace, but whatever that was super fire. Like he's made to have big stage moments. Like he knows how to do it well.
Good point, because he's a moment creator, and that's for the big stage. And when the little stage, we kind of listen to every single word, and he's not an every word type of person.
Snake Eyes is the type of dude where Snake Eyes can land a haymaker. I can light up my blunt, take a couple of pulls, and then look up and keep on paying attention, and I'm gonna catch the last 2 bars and go, woo, he did it again. But them first 6 ain't gonna matter for nothing. That's what I'm saying. Like, Snake Eyes is one of those people. He's made for the big room.
They gonna hate me. They like, Rankins, why you agreeing with him? I'm like, y'all know me, man. If he keep it real, I'm gonna keep it real with him.
Listen, man. I do nothing but try to keep it real over here, man. And this is what I'm saying. And Ace Amin, like I said, I wanted Ace Amin to win, but I didn't have him winning the battle going into it, and I didn't have him winning after it. I wish he would have won, in my opinion, but I feel like the battle was, in a way, not clear, but I felt like the battle was kind of clear. In the first round, Snake rapped way longer, and his round was as consistent as Ace Amin's. So it's like, you can't not give him the first. And then in the third, he just had more, plus his angle was real. Like Like, I didn't like the fact that Ace Amin, they pulled out a fake version of the fake Tay-Rock chain. Like, that was like in the moment, that was dope. But like 30 minutes later, when like it realized, nah, that was like a fake version of the fake Cave Gang chain. Like, that's just crazy. Then like that just looks...
I was thinking that when I seen it, I'm like, what chain is that?
Yeah, like that thing wasn't shining at all. Like I don't even know what to say about that. But you know. Like, I feel like Snake Eyes, like I said...
Because I'm hearing things like our Ace paid some bread for that chain. Is that true?
I have no idea. I hope he didn't. I don't know. I hope he made it, literally, himself. Like, I hope he went to Michael's Arts and Crafts, spent nice $15, got some bedazzles, and Cave Gang, you know what I'm saying? Because that bat was overweight as I don't know what. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where they got that, but that bat was fat as I don't know what. So...
somebody tell Rome in the comments too, man. I'm telling you, he said it on one of them. I think his hip hop is real. So he said it on one of them. He went on a tour, but he's paid a nice little grip for that chain. He said the price, I just don't remember.
Oh man, I hope he didn't, man. That's such a waste of a deposit, man. That's such a. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen battlers spend deposits on some pretty stupid things. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen. That's a whole episode. That's a whole other episode. Yeah.
I don't want to be involved in that one.
Jesus, battlers get a deposit and feel like they just got the back end too. I swear to God, I don't know what man, it's crazy. But anyway, like I said, my takeaways from Ace Amin and Snake Eyes is that Snake Eyes was just simply rap better on the big stage. I don't feel like he was more ready for that stage than Ace Amin. I just feel like he rapped better for the big room on the stage than Ace Amin did. You know.
I agree.
You know, Snake Eyes, you know, like he's got a flow, you know what I'm saying? It's captivating when you in a big room. He's got the voice projection, you know what I'm saying? Like he demands your attention when he's rapping, you know, like them first 8 bars might not really be that heavy, but them last 2, you know what I'm saying? Like you better watch out, you know what I'm saying? Like Snake Eyes come out, hit you with the you know what, I was really into trap and we was trapping in them streets. Mama's in the house and we could barely have nothing to eat. Cheerios was running low. Milk wasn't even wheat, but we had the soy milk.
Nah, it was hot though. It was hot.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Nah, Snake Eyes is fire, man. I rock with Snake Eyes. You know what I'm saying? I think this was a dope battle. What would you give this battle for a rating? Because it is on the app, and you are the URL app insider. So what would you give this battle for a rating?
7.
7.7. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Not mad at it. How much of the $8 was this worth for September to you?
$2.
$2. Okay.
No, $1.
$1. Okay. All right. So we're up to $6.50. All right. We're up to $6.50 right now. So next up, we got Geechee Gotti versus Ill Will.
Right.
That's all you got to say about that. Because I'm gonna be totally honest. When I saw that battlers were promoting this drop, I didn't even know this thing happened. I'm gonna be honest. I was like, what? Like I still haven't seen it. Like I don't know how it went. So tell me about it. I didn't even when did this happen? What event? Like what? Tell me about it. I didn't what. Like I didn't even know what happened.
Event was this?
Yeah, exactly. When was this? You tell me. You're the URL app insider.
Don't give me the line with the event, but what I got out of this battle is Ill Will definitely did his thing. He proven that even if he lose, he's meant for that stage. Geechee, champion of the year, 2 times in a row.
So do you feel like he beat Geechee?
Nah, I can't give him the battle.
Really? Okay. All right.
I can't give him the battle, but the consensus definitely gave it to him.
So the consensus gave it to Ill Will.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so that explains why Ill Will. That explains. You know what? That explains to me why Ill Will got Av. That makes sense now. That makes sense. And it's crazy because I literally said in my predictions that Av vs. Ill Will is the only battle on the card that has a chance of being a classic. And from what I'm hearing, it was pretty close to that.
I'm hearing it is a good battle too.
You know what's crazy? On this app exclusive event, it's not on the app, so don't know what to say. You know, I would love to talk to my URL app insider about that battle, but the URL app exclusive event isn't on the URL app yet, so, you know, what can you do other than...
It's It's
Wait.
October now, so we're gonna see if it's worth the $8. They're gonna try to make it worth the $8 in October.
Okay, got you. That goes on October's tab, right? That goes on October's
Right.
tab. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, we'll see when that thing drops. We'll see. Okay, but Geechee Gotti versus Ill Will. What would you give this battle rating wise?
Smooth 8.
At 8. So this is the best battle on the app then in the last month.
This is a tie. 2 smooth 8s.
Between this and what?
I like the chess and Danny Myers too.
Okay, I think you gave that one like a 7.5 or something.
I didn't get that on the 8.
Nah, I don't think you gave Chess and Danny an 8. You might have. I don't know. You might have, honestly. If you did, okay. Like 2020 hindsight, I'm not sure. I don't know. But
that was the highest. That was worth the most. That's what I'm saying. The chess and the Danny Myers was definitely worth the most for me.
Okay, and was
close by it is definitely the Geechee Gotti and the Ill Will. I like the battle.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Next up, we got Drugs versus Bad News, a bullpen battle events battle that dropped on the URL app. What do you think about it?
Drugs, one of the hardest workers in battle rap. I think the battle was showing me that Drugs need to be on the URL stage more.
Okay.
Bad News did good. He keep doing good, but it's just nothing too impressive. Not yet. You know, they up and comers.
Okay.
Just keep impressing me.
Was it like
they pushing?
Was it one of those Bad News performances where he's got like 20 out of 30 OBC bars and like a couple fire ones that we've never heard before? But it's not.
Drug flips before, if that's what you asked me.
You said what?
I definitely heard his drug flips before. That's what you asked me.
Okay, yeah, that's something Drugs hates. I know he can't stand that when people just...
And he was making those faces like usual.
Yeah, because after you hear things like the same time 8,000 times,
he was giving him props towards the end, though, because he had some original ones, but for the most part...
honestly, you battle Drugs, have 1 or 2 name flips, the rest just do all personals. It's a lot to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain people, you don't need to do drug name flips because their name has been flipped to high hell. You're damn near gonna say something no matter what. That's gonna, you know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna like just go personal or just random bars, don't.
So of course, stay away from that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so what would you give this battle rating wise?
7.6 because of Drugs.
Okay, all right. Who'd you have winning?
Drugs.
Okay, was it a 1-rounder?
Yes.
Okay.
That don't count.
All right, so it was a 7.6 for a non-URL 1-rounder.
Right.
Okay, all right, fair enough. And in the last battle we're going to be talking about here, Gluezy versus Coffee Brown.
Salute to Coffee Brown. I don't really know what this battle was all about. This is another non-URL at battle. I'm not sure why they be doing these 1-round battles like this, but maybe because it's Gluezy the Goonies, maybe because it's Coffee Brown, they pushing her a little bit.
I feel like that's exactly what it is.
She did good. Salute to Coffee Brown. I don't know. Gluezy. The 1-round battle, I don't like it. I don't like 1-round battles, y'all.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I watched this one with you. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the you know what I'm saying, sometimes when I'm not, I'll catch you live, you know what I'm saying? This was one of the ones I watched with you. How do you feel about Coffee?
I actually think she's getting better slowly but surely. So I think she's on the uprise.
Okay.
At first, I was not too impressed with her. I'm like, I don't really know because her cadence was a little annoying. Her delivery was a little off. I think her delivery is getting a bit better. And I'm respecting her bars. I like her bars. I like Coffee. She getting a little bit better.
Okay. Now, the first time I saw Coffee, I really, really liked her the first time I saw her. Because, the first time I saw her was in a little Twitter clip, and she actually dropped a bar about Rome DMV. That was the first time I saw her. Was when
really?
Yep, she said, against C3. If you guys go check it out, Coffee Brown versus C3. She said a crazy Rome DMV bar. It was a haymaker. She dropped it on her Twitter. It was her pinned tweet for like a couple months, Yeah, so that was my first time ever seeing Coffee. So, you know what I'm saying? We've been talking a lot, you know what I'm saying, since I saw that clip. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Coffee. But how do you feel about her delivery?
Like I said, at first her delivery was a little off to me, but it's it's getting better, man. It's getting
I
better.
feel like her delivery is going toward the opposite end. I feel like her delivery was better when I first was watching her.
Bars is stepping up though, right? She trying more things with her bars.
Yeah, the bars is getting better, but I feel like the delivery is going down, so it's just kind of making it kind of weird. Like I don't know, like now I feel like she's
because like I said, she working more on her bars, so I'm liking her bars, but I think her delivery is getting a little bit better though. I do think she's working on it, man. She got a lot of work, but I think she's a hard worker. She's working on it.
Yeah, I feel like she's got to find a better way to make her voice work for her style. Because I don't know if it's her voice or if it's just her delivery. I'm not sure what it is. Like, I'm not sure what it is. Do real quick, do your best Coffee Brown impersonation for me.
I can't do it.
Nah, come on. I got. Let me hear it. Let me hear your best Coffee.
I got no Coffee Brown impression, man.
Let me hear it, man. I heard you break it out on the live, man. Don't lie to the people. Come on, man. Let me hear your Coffee Brown impersonation, man.
Coffee Brown. Oh, you talking about her just what she be saying to them dudes? Dang, you got me on the spot, man. I forgot what she be saying.
It's okay.
I forgot what she said. As soon as I think I got you. As soon as I think of it, I got you.
But yeah, Coffee be rapping like this, and you got it. Like I'm sometimes I'm just like, who? Like what? Ugh. Like like your nails on a chalkboard. Like it's just like sometimes like that with a bar. I'm like, who? Like I get chills in my spine. Like what? Why you say it like that? Like I don't know, man. I don't know. Once she work on that though. You know what I'm saying? Once she work on that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, get comfortable. Like, that's got to go. Never say that again. Just get comfortable. That was, I forgot what, matter of fact, it was Surf vs. Geechee Gotti. That made Geechee's round so hard to watch. Like, I'm going to be honest. Like, get comfortable. Shut up. Like, let him rap. Like, we like you, Coffee, but Jesus. Like, you're not Tay-Rock. Chill. Like, chill. Like, how do you do all that? You want to be Tay-Rock, go wait by the door. Nah, I'm just kidding. All right, let me chill. Tom. Okay, so what would you give this rating for Gluezy and Coffee Brown?
I don't like one-round battles, but they both won. Nah, Coffee won. But I don't like one-round battles, man. I really don't.
Hold up. Gluezy didn't win?
Hold on. Y'all hearing this? I know y'all are. Stop dropping one-round battles on the app, please.
Hold on. So Gluezy, you said Gluezy didn't win. Why didn't Gluezy win?
He was stumbling and stuff, right? If I don't remember. I don't know. I only watched that one time, but I just know I gave it to Coffee. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember watching it with you. I gave it to Coffee. I don't really remember anything Gluezy.
Did he choke? Did he stumble?
He might have. I don't know. It was forgettable. I don't know. Like, I watched it and I don't remember. That tells you a lot. So what would you rate this battle again?
Oh no, it's 7-2.
Okay, what is a 1 on your scale?
No, there's no ones. It's 6 to 10.
Okay, so you got a 1 to 4 scale technically.
No, 6 to 8.
Yeah, exactly. You got a 1 to 4 scale. 4 being amazing. Okay. Right. And this is a 1.5.
Oh dang! Nah, I don't want to look at it like that.
But that's how it is. If the lowest you can get is a 6, that means you're grading people on 4 numbers, right? 6 to 7, 7 to 8.
Because I'm grading people on point from 6 all the way to 7. That's 10 spots though, like 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, like that.
I understand, just like 1.2, 1.3, 1. Like I understand. I understand.
Okay, but it just sounds so much worse when you say
it sounds worse, but it's really not. So if you give someone a 6.5, you're giving them a 0.5 out of 4. And if you give someone, let's say, a 7.5, you're giving them a 1.5 out of 4. Correct?
Right.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So this battle right here, you're saying is a 7.2.
Right.
So for a non-URL 1-rounder, this battle's a 1.2 out of 4.
Right.
All right, okay. All right, so interesting. So Chess versus Danny Myers is a 1.5 out of 4.
Chess and Danny Myers is an 8 to me.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. So it's a 2 out of 4.
Right.
Okay. All right, and you feel like a 2 out of 4 is the best battle that's currently on the app in the last month?
8 out of 10. Yes.
So a 2 out of 4. Okay. All right. Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
2 out of 4 sound like.
So I forgot to add the money. So out of the $8, Drugs versus Bad News and Gluezy versus Coffee Brown, how much do they add up combined together?
$1.
$1. Okay. All right. So we're at $7.50 out of $8.
Dang, I tried to get it to
Yeah, you tried too. You tried to be by. Didn't work, right? Because you know that wasn't worth $1. But I let it slide. It's all good. So what do you feel like you got your URL app insiders worth by paying for October?
I think they're gonna make it up by this month, but last month, no. To be 100% honest with you, but this month they're gonna make it up.
Okay, so if you had to go back October or September 1st, and you had the option to either pay for it or not pay for it, you would choose to not pay for it, knowing the battles that would be coming out in the future.
Right, I'll pay for it in just September. Yeah. Right.
Okay, you'll wait and then go back and watch a couple in September. Okay.
Right.
Okay, understandable. Good to know. Okay, all right. Well, this was good, talking about the app a little bit. I'm glad that I was able to bring you on. You are an official URL app insider for the Point Blank podcast, so I'm glad to have you on. Hopefully we'll be talking.
I appreciate you, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Hopefully we'll definitely be talking more as you get more insider knowledge, as I do not have the app yet. Sadly, this conversation did not make me feel the need.
Get the app, wrong. Get the app.
Listen, man, you just told me for an hour a bunch of reasons not to, so I'm
tricked me, y'all. He tricked me.
I'm gonna hold off for now, but yeah, hopefully the next time we talk, maybe in a couple weeks, when we talk again, hopefully then, early October, maybe they'll drop something for my birthday. URL October 11th. What battle would I love October 11th? I would love to see Twerk versus John. Boom. There we go. If URL drop, you hear me, Beasley. I know you listening, motherfucker. If you drop on my birthday Twerk versus John on the app, I'll get it. If it's a day, if it is a day later,
the URL dropped the white guy in the PG. You saw the PG? Did they drop?
What PG? What PG?
The URL was the only thing the URL just dropped. Wasn't that a white guy?
Somebody
told me they dropped the white guy. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, yeah. Flip, Uncle Flip.
Rome DMV called that like nobody's business.
Called what?
But then you say that they might pit white guys on the URL. I thought you said they might pit the white guys on the YouTube because they're looking for a white guy to come.
Yeah, 100%. They're looking for a white guy replacement. 100%.
See? I'm like, let me find out, man.
Yeah, I called it. Wait, why is Flip Grams on a card or something? Did I miss something?
No, I won't Flip Grams, but I'm pretty sure a white guy just dropped on the thing. I can't think of his name right now. But we're going to have to check that out. But I think he was right about that, Rome DMV.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely trying to find out, like, where's a fire white guy? Because we got Mike P hasn't had a moment since Born Legacy 2, and that was like 4 years ago. So, like, yeah, they're definitely looking for something different. And it's no shade against Mike P, but it's like the whole battle rap community knows that he plays Fortnite in, like, 50% of his time. It's crazy. Mike P be having battles coming up, and I'm sitting there on Fortnite. I'm just looking at Mike P always online. If I'm online, Mike is online playing Fortnite in a game. 99 out of 100 left. Bro, like, why you're still playing? You got a battle against JC coming up, and you playing Fortnite all day. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just like, yeah, URL's just like, we got to find someone. I feel like, and they're making it really obvious. So that's why now is like do or die for Mike P. Like, he's got like probably a couple battles to really like have a superstar like performance. He's you see how he's campaigning main stage Mike. Make me main stage Mike. It's because URL doesn't want to make him main stage Mike, or else he would have been main stage Mike. There's a reason for it. There's a reason behind everything URL does. Trust me. There's a reason behind everything URL does. That's why anytime URL does anything, I'm looking for the reason. I'm thinking about the reason. Period. That's what I'm thinking. That's the first thing I'm going to think about is the reason why. Why did they drop this? Why didn't they drop this? Why would they drop this? That's why. Never mind. That's too much information for people. But regardless, this was a great show. This was a great talk. I'm glad that we were able to have this great discussion about the URL app. Shout out to URL, all the people over there. Shout out to all the battlers that are dropping on the shout out to the Smack app, man. Shout out to all the battlers that are dropping on the app. Shout out to the battlers that are dropping on YouTube. Shout out to you guys. And yeah, man, is there anything else that you'd like to say before we get out of here?
Oh, no, man. I appreciate you, man, for your time, man. I'm definitely going to be a little bit more prepared next time, give you a little bit more in details if you would like. It's kind of on the fly. It's kind of on the fly. He hit me up today, so I appreciate you for looking out and hitting me up. Battle Rap is life. Y'all go subscribe to my channel, man. Battle Rap Ranking. I subscribe to all my channels, man. I see everything. Y'all stay on your A game, man. Holla at me.
All right. You guys heard it here first, man. Salute to Battle Rap Rankings for coming through. He is an official URL app insider for the Point Blank podcast. Shout out to everybody listening. Salute to everyone that's on Patreon here in this first right now. This was a nice long segment for you guys. I know you guys love the content I've been putting out, so you guys are going to be hearing this before YouTube. So shout out to all you guys that are signed up for my Patreon. The month of October is going to be lit. You won't be mad that you're a Patreon subscriber, but you might be mad for being a URL app subscriber, not going to lie. And mine is a little bit cheaper too. So, just saying, support your boy, man. I'll give y'all great content. I'll give y'all what y'all want to see. If you're a patron, let me know what you want me to talk about, and I'm going to talk about it just for the patrons only. Simple as that. So shout out to everyone that's tuned in, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel on YouTube, and I will see you guys on the next video. Rome wasn't built in a day. Peace. Thank you for watching. Subscribe below to get the latest from the show. I'll see you on the next episode.